How often do you feel like you're running out of time? Do you feel that no matter what you seem to do, no matter how you organize yourself, what your day looks like, you always run out of time? Is this a common feeling, and are you sick of it? Welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This show is for people who are ready to rise up from where they currently are. I'm your host, Sanj, and my mission is simple. I want to help you break free and start to unlock your full potential. I want to help you rise to become the person that you were born to be. Fulfill your destiny and live the dream life that you are desiring. And today's episode is for anyone who just feels that no matter what they seem to do, there never seems to be enough time in their day. How many times have you said to yourself, I don't know where time went. I don't seem to have enough time. Like no matter how hard you try, you're always behind. Like you should have been further ahead by now, whether in any aspect of your life. Yeah, or even just in life in general. I get it, and I also know this, that the feeling of this is crushing you. And the crazy fact is, most people can overestimate what they do in a year, but they wildly underestimate what they can do in 5 years. But the problem is that they quit too soon because they're not getting as far as they wanted to in that first year. So they end up quitting before they actually have the opportunity to fulfill their true potential. So this episode is your wake-up call. And by the time we're done, you're going to see time differently, and you're going to know exactly how to stop feeling behind and start making meaningful progress today. So let's be real for a minute. Let's be honest with yourself. It isn't just about time. It's about fear. Yeah, you fear that you've wasted years on the wrong path, that you'll never have the opportunity to catch up, that you're too old to start over, too late to succeed, or you're just too far gone to make a real impact. And this mindset, this thought process, it's paralyzing. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. Think about it for a minute. If you believe you're running out of time, what do? Use an example of like if you're doing an exam, you look up and you've only got a couple of minutes left, yet you feel like you've got 20 questions left. What do? You panic. You start doing things quickly without thinking things through. What you do is you start chasing shortcuts. You start chasing shortcuts and seeing for life hacks instead of building real skills. And then you start comparing yourself to the people around you. Who are looking relaxed, who are looking calm, who have already finished their exam, for example. And then you get more discouraged. Your anxiety increases. Your stress increases. And then the worst of all is you start to hesitate. Because you're in panic mode, you start to second guess every decision. And then you end up wasting even more time. And before you know it, you've just had to quickly put something to paper and hand it in before you missed the deadline. And it's a vicious cycle. Maybe you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. Yeah, you're feeling like you miss your shot. You see younger people crushing it, especially with social media, and you're there thinking like, man, I wish I'd started sooner. Or maybe you're just in your 20s and you're feeling overwhelmed, like you should have everything figured out, like the influencers you see on TikTok, on Instagram. You think that, yeah, you should be where they are. They've got the perfect life. They're living the dream. Yeah, they've got the car, the girlfriend or boyfriend. They've got the house. They're doing the holidays that you want. But you need to take a step back and you need to think, shift your mindset. Because the truth is, and this may sting, is you're not behind. You're just on your own timeline. You're on your own path. You're not doing what they're doing. Or if you are, and you've started 10 years after them, you are not going to be where they are. The reason you're feeling stuck isn't because you're out of time. It's because you haven't learnt to use the time that you have. You're on your timeline. You don't need to compare yourself to anyone else's. You should use their timeline, their Instagram, their Facebook, their TikTok, whatever. You should use them as inspiration of what is possible. But realize that you're on your own timeline and it's not going to work out the same way for them as it is for you. So here's where it all changes. Is because when you start to make the mindset shift of when you feel like you're running out of time, it's not because you haven't got enough time. It's because you're focused on the wrong timeline. You're measuring your progress on based on where you think you should be. You're basing it on what you see externally, what other people are doing, how other people are living their lives, instead of focusing where you actually are and what you can do next. But the truth is time is not your enemy. Time is your greatest advantage as long as you know how to use it. If you think about how many people in the world, all these billionaires who own big companies, they've got the same amount of hours in a day as you have. But they just know the right ways to use their time. They know what they need to, the decisions they need to make. They know what they can and cannot do in a day. They know what is needle moving activities. Remember that time is an advantage. If you've got time, it will leave you with one or two things: results or regrets. So think about, if you make small, consistent improvements every day for the next 5 years, where will you be? Who will you be? You will be unrecognizable. The people who succeed, they don't rush. They don't chase the quick wins. They stack the small victories until they've built something that is unstoppable. Think about, you see people overnight sensations, but you don't see all the hard work that they put in before that, before they were famous. And guess what? 5 years from now is coming, whether you do something about it or not. So the real question isn't, do I have enough time? The real question is, what am I going to do with the time I have? And so these next 3 action steps, these are 3 things that can help you actually improve yourself, help you make time your friend rather than your enemy. So the first thing is the 1 year rule. And this is something that I've started to implement for me, and I found it really useful. Stop stressing on where you're going to be 10 years from now. It's too far. Instead, focus on where you'll be 1 year from now. Here's how you do this. Pick one area of your life that you want to improve and ask yourself, if I got 1% better every day for a year, where would I be? Think to yourself, what would actually make me 1% better every day? And now commit to that small bit of progress. That's it. 1 year is long enough for you to make a real change, but it's also short enough to keep you focused, and it keeps you from panicking about time. If you know you've got a year and you know you've got 365 days to take maybe 10 minutes of your day to do something that will make you 1% better, that's how you're going to start to change yourself. The next thing is no 0 days rule. This one, again, it kind of goes along with the 1 year rule, but a 0 day is where you make no progress at all. And that's what keeps most people stuck. Never let a day go by without taking some kind of action towards your goal. Even if it's just a single step, even if it's a simple thing, make sure you take one tiny bit of action, because momentum compounds. One action today makes tomorrow easier. Be kind to your future self and start taking action today. This and the 1% rule, there's not too much difference in it, but I like the fact that the 1% rule, I can decide on the same action to do daily. The no 0 day rules, I feel like that is actually, you can choose what you count as a needle moving activity. The third thing is ignore the finish line rule. This one is because most people fail because they're so focused on hitting that finish line. But the truth is there is no finish line. Your job isn't to arrive. Your job is to keep becoming the person. So instead of thinking to yourself, when will I get there? Start actually enjoying the process of getting better every day. Enjoy the fact that you're losing weight. Enjoy the fact that you're staying disciplined and you're learning new things, that you're improving your relationships, that you're actually becoming the person you want to become. When you stop worrying about getting to the end and you start enjoying the process, the whole thing becomes easier. The whole bit of your life, the whole area of your life where you start making these changes, that's where you start to actually see these things change. Because you're no longer worried about the finish line. You're actually enjoying it, and you don't mind about not having enough time. Yeah, you want to actually spend more time. You'll make time for doing what you need to do because you're enjoying the process. When you feel like you're running out of time, it's not because you don't have enough time. It's because you're not doing the right things to enjoy it. You're feeling it as an obligation. You're saying to yourself, I have to do this, rather than I get to do this. Start to think, actually, these opportunities you've got, this is what will make all the difference. These things that you're doing, these tasks, these exercise, the learning, all of this is progress. And when you start to love the journey, you will find that you make time for doing these things. So here's your challenge. Pick one of these rules, a 1 year rule, the no 0 day rule, or ignoring the finish line rule, and commit to it for the next 30 days. Let me know which one you're using. I want to hear from you. And if this episode hit home for you, send it to someone who needs to hear it too. Stop feeling like time is slipping away and start taking control. When you start to take control, that's when time is on your side. That's when time is your friend. Don't forget, time can leave you with results or regret. Make sure that you're doing what you can to actually ensure that you are left with results. So thank you for tuning in today. I hope you got something from this. As I said, please share this with someone, because my mission is to also make the world a better place and put out as much content and positive stuff that will help change your lives as possible. So please leave a comment, a rating or review, like and share this. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.